Hi everybody, welcome back to Baseline Farms. My name is Jade. So today is Saturday, and the past couple videos I've been going live, trying to do a live video, but we have been doing so many things and I just wanted to sleep in. I was so pooped out getting up early every morning. And so today I wanted to give you a garden tour because there's just so many things happening. So many things happening. The past couple weeks we have been so busy. Look at Val. She's getting so big, you guys. She's just getting so big. I can't even believe how big these puppies are. It feels like just not too long ago. Yeah, 7 months ago they were so tiny. Okay, so let me just give you a garden vlog on what's happening in the garden and then what's happening on the farm. And we have some friends coming over today because we're going to discuss the Halloween party, because we usually have like a little annual Halloween party. And yeah, so we have so many things going on, so I cannot wait to show you what's happening. Okay, so over here in this garden bed, let me just share with you what's happening over here in the bean garden bed. But first, let me share with you the garden bed that we sprayed that vinegar, salt, and Dawn soap, like I think a tablespoon of Dawn soap. But look how it's doing. I have been pulling out, last night I came out here and was pulling out some weeds, and so far so good. Like nothing has been growing. It's been probably about a couple weeks since I did it. I'm gonna have to look back, but I want to say maybe a week or so, week and a half, something like that. So I don't know. I feel I did it 2 times, so I'm hoping that's what did the trick, and it's actually gonna be working. So let me share with you this little bean garden bed. All right, so over here is the bean garden bed. Isn't that so amazing? Let me show you what, oh my gosh, I'm just loving this. Okay, so I went back to see what I planted in the middle here, and these are pole beans. All these beans that I planted here in the middle are all pole beans. I thought they were bush beans. They're not. They're not even close to being bush beans. I don't know why I thought that those were pole beans. And then I was looking back in some videos, and I did plant some Blue Lake beans. I planted Blue Lake beans last year, but it was like a bush variety. I didn't plant these poling, like these trellising type of bush beans, or Blue Lake beans. But the Blue Lake beans, oh my goodness. So I haven't received any beans from this side of the trellis of the garden bed right here. This side is the Johnny Selected Python pole beans on this side. And I could tell there are some, like this is a Lake Valley Blue Lake bean, because you can tell with the leaf. Do you see that? This is the Python. Right here, you see how the leaf is a little bit kind of fatter, and this is the Blue Lake bean. You see how the leaf is a little bit more on the narrow side. So that's how I can tell the difference. Plus the coloring is a little different as well. But look at these. I don't remember growing, I don't remember the Blue Lake beans that I grew last year looking like this. So maybe I didn't grow Blue Lake beans. But I could have sworn I did. But look how cool that is. Look at that. So I know that you can use these in stir fry. And I do like to cook a lot of stir fry. That's so easy to make stir fry. So I figure I'm going to use this for stir fry, and I am going to freeze some so we can have some for the winter time. Isn't that so cool? So I have been so busy in the kitchen, like just non-stop. I always feel like I'm behind, I always feel like I'm behind in chores and things like that, especially when the season starts to come in and all the vegetables start to really produce. But let me show you what's happening on the other side of this garden bed right here. Oh my gosh. Look at these tomatoes. So these are the Roma tomatoes, and they're doing really good. I have a couple little guys. Not really big. They're not huge. They're not producing like the other San Marzanos, because this is what it is. It's a San Marzanos, and I'm not even too sure why. I really have no idea. Now we have had some voles in the garden, but you know, the dogs, Val, she's been catching quite a few And then we do have a barn cat, and I feel like the barn cat's been doing his job as well. Look at this. So this garden bed right here, I feel like, do you see the weeds? So I did spray this garden bed with that vinegar, salt, Dawn soap mixture. And I did do it 2 times. Now, it's not coming back as full force as it has in the past. So I feel like it did work. I'm just going to have to do it a couple more times. I want to do it a couple more times to see if it really does, if it really going to do the job and kill the weeds, which I really hope it did, because I feel like it might have worked in the other one. Now, I'm not too sure. I feel like they're weeds. It's possible that they're going to come back. I mean, it's a real possibility. So, oh my goodness, this cucumbers. Now, I believe, I know I had the tag Supremo cucumbers. Yes, Supremo cucumbers right over here. Amazing, amazing. I have been pulling out cucumbers. Oh goodness gracious, there's this big one right here. Holy moly. Sometimes, okay, so I have to come out here every day. Every single day. Look at this. Oh man, pulled out a little baby. But look at that. But it has a little baby on the side, but it's okay because I have so many. So I have to come out here almost, oh my goodness, another one, every day to pick up cucumbers. If I don't pick them, they get to be huge like this. And when they get to become big like this, the seeds are really big. So I don't really like to pickle them when the seeds are really big. So when it becomes this size, you could either use them for, like, you could grate it into a yogurt and make a yogurt mix. It's like a tahini, no, I forget, there's a name for it. But you grate it into some yogurt, and you could put some mint and a little bit of salt, and that tastes so good. You can put that with chicken. It's like a Mediterranean type of style. But yeah, amazing, amazing. I mean, there's just so many. Look at, here's another one. There's just so many. So I've been picking cucumber out of here like mad, and I have made a couple jars of cucumbers, but the problem is that it has been so freaking hot. It's still really hot. Sorry about that. It's still super hot. It's like over 100 degrees almost every day, and today is supposed to be cooler. I think it's supposed to be in like 90, high 90s. So I hope we feel a difference. Oh my goodness, another one. You guys, I could sit here and pick cucumber all day long. I could sit here and I could see cucumber just dangling, huge cucumber. So yeah, and I didn't bring a bucket or anything with me to put these cucumbers in. So yeah, that is what's happening with the cucumbers. Amazing, amazing. So yeah, I have been, it's been so stinking hot, and our AC has been on the fritz. So we get it working 1 minute, and then it works for like a couple days, and then it stops blowing cool air. So then we changed a bunch of parts, and our AC guy just came out yesterday, and there's like another part that he needs to replace. I mean, the good thing about it is at least we could, you know, change parts out and not have to replace the whole unit. It's a pretty old unit though, but it's still doing its job. So, I mean, it's not doing its job right now. No, it's not. But the nights have been cooler, so that's a good thing. The nights have been nice and cool, so we've been able to leave our windows open. But man, during the day, it's a struggle. But I've been going into my little she shed and turning on the AC and hanging out in there, spending a lot of time in there. But yeah, oh my goodness, you guys, I got to stop looking at this cucumber plant, or else I'm going to be picking cucumber and not giving you this garden tour. I'm trying to give you this garden tour before our friends come over, because we have so many things. There's so many things I'm going to do today, and I'm going to do a video on that. I wish I did some more videos, but you know, to show you what's been happening like day by day. But yeah, it's just been so crazy. Okay, so over here, I keep saying I'm going to come out here and pull up these strawberry plants, and I am. I'm going to do that because I need to, because I'm going to show you what we have planned for these guys. But this is, you can't tell, there's some strawberries in here. There's some strawberry plants in here amongst all of the weeds, all this crabgrass. I haven't been getting a lot of strawberries. Like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's a good one. I've been picking these strawberries and leaving baskets for John to eat all over the place, like on the counter and stuff, and he doesn't get to them. So I'm not doing that anymore. If I'm picking them, I'm going to eat them right away. Because he hasn't been eating them, and they've been going bad. And I'm thinking, you know, I picked them because he likes them so much, but I like them too. So now I'm just going to pick them. I'm just going to eat them. And holy moly, look at this. Look at these cucumbers. Because I don't want them to go bad. These are the fruits of my labor. All right, now there's all the strawberries that we have in here. So that is how the strawberry patch is doing. Fantastic. Yeah, everything's doing so good. Let me go put these cucumbers down real fast, and then I'll share with you what's happening in the other garden beds. All right, so over here, here's some more strawberries. Ooh, I see a nice big red one right in there. So in the very front of this garden bed, I have some green buncheon onions right here. And they're doing so good. Now I did take a weed eater and weed eated this front half of the garden bed because the weeds were just out of control. And yeah, and I cut down all of these little green onions, and they all came back with the vengeance. Look at that. They're just so massive. Look at this. So many. Let me give you a really close look of how these look. Look at that. I weed eated that with the weed eater. And do you see? My goodness. And then in here, I was just peeking around, and I could see a couple little strawberries. Oh, look at that. Here's a good one. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Oh, shoot. Look at that. Some cute little strawberries. Yum. I haven't picked any strawberries because the last couple times I've been in here picking strawberries, there hasn't been really any. That's a good one. That was nice and red. That was nice and red. Yeah, that's delicious. So, this is how the strawberries are doing. Fantastic. I cannot wait till next year when I plant more. I mean, I started off where this little garden bed was just a short, you know. It was just like right here in the very front. And now look. I feel like by next year, the whole bed is going to be one big strawberry patch, which is going to be so awesome. Oh man, you guys. I think a vole's living in here. Let me show you. Little girl. Do you see that big mound of dirt? Right there? It's a huge mound of dirt. There has to be a hole somewhere in here. Oh man. There has to be some kind of hole somewhere in here. I'm gonna have to look for it. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Right as I was saying, we didn't have any more voles in here. Find some. All right, you guys, look at this lemongrass. So, someone asked me, and I forgot to answer the question on how to care for this lemongrass. I don't do really anything to it. One of my neighbors who lives across the way, she said that I should separate it, and I believe she's right. I know she's right. So, because it's getting way too big for this container. Now, this container is a bottomless bottom, so it'll just go right into the earth, but it will start to pop out here and there when the roots get down that deep. And it would be nice. I would like to have this lemongrass somewhere else in the garden, like tucked away in a little corner somewhere, because I do like the structure of it. It's really pretty. I fertilize it maybe twice a year. So in the beginning of the summer, I put a little slow release fertilizer in there, and then in the middle of the summer, because I just recently did it. In the middle of the summer, I mix some Big Grow fertilizer. It's by Fox Farm, and some bat guano. Is that it? It's like a fish emulsion bat guano mix. And so that's what I use to fertilize this one. And it's doing fantastic. I mean, there's been times in the past where I didn't fertilize it and it did just fine. So yeah, it's so low maintenance. Not a lot of, you don't have to really fuss with it. It looks like this all year round. You'll see in the videos when I do my winter tours, it looks fantastic. And it's just so delicious and so flavorful, and it smells so good, and it's easy. It's an easy plant. But let me share with you what's happening in this garden bed. Fertilize. All right, so here we have our Jerusalem artichokes. You guys, I mean, it's taking up the whole garden bed. It's literally, look at this whole garden bed is all Jerusalem artichokes. And then this little tiny bit section right in here has a couple asparagus, little bit asparagus seeds, or I don't even know what you want to call them. But I did plant some asparagus in here, and it's growing. Now, I don't know how it's going to look with these Jerusalem artichokes, because I feel like these Jerusalem artichokes are going to come back every year. And there's really not much I could do about it, because there's just so many. So many of them. But let me share with you how this garden bed is doing. Oh, I think our friends are here. So this garden bed right here, we had a bunch of broccoli in the center, and it was doing so good, but it's not looking too green. Do you see that? It's not looking too good. And, you know, it could be because it's been hot. But holy moly, look at you guys. Oh my. So this is an Armenian cucumber. Look at that. So it is pretty delicious. It's unique. So it smells like a honeydew melon. Has a bit of a sweet taste to it in the very beginning. But the inside is like a cucumber. It's very interesting. You could probably use it as a regular salad, whatever you use cucumber with. I'm sure you can use that. I've only harvested maybe a handful, probably four of them. And they're so big, we haven't even gotten through 2 of them. So there's just so many. I have given a couple of them away. And yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. I have trimmed out all of the broccoli, and that's okay, because I have plans. I think I'm going to start some garlic in this garden bed, because it is August and it is time. You guys, it's time to start a fall garden. So it's time to start you could start carrots, you could start turnips, you could start garlic. Let's see. I believe you could do some beans. I believe peas. I'm not too sure. I have to double check that. But there's a bunch of things you could start right now for your fall garden. You could even start some indoor things for your fall garden, which would be amazing to start right now. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait to start some fall seeds. But let me show you how this blackberry bush is doing. Here's the blackberry bush, doing fantastic. No blackberries, but that's okay. That's okay, because the shoots that are growing in are looking pretty strong and green. All right, so we have some homemade pickling cucumbers on this side. You know, these cucumbers on this side, I don't know. It's not, they don't look too healthy like the other cucumbers. These look a little rough. You know, the leaf looks a little rough. Everything about it looks like it's struggling. And it could be struggling because of the heat. You know, the heat, the sun, when the sun's setting, this really does get a good beating. But it's okay. It's all right. We have plenty of cucumbers. I'm not, not complaining about not having enough. We have plenty of cucumbers. So this is how this garden bed's doing. It was looking so full with the broccoli in there inside, and then we had the beans in the side here. But that is okay, because that is how it's looking right now. Okay, oh my goodness, I just saw these right now, these bronze torch. So these bronze torch, this is a volunteer plant that I popped out from one of the garden beds. So it was last year that I grew some bronze torch. And this, some of the fruit just falls off and just kind of self-seeds itself. And so here is some bronze torch. Amazing, you guys. These vegetables are so amazing. So this is how the tomatoes are doing. These tomatoes right here, I was hoping that eventually I was going to get this to trellis over the top, but it's nowhere near the top. Not even close. But these are some big beefsteak tomatoes. I believe these are beefsteak I believe these are beefsteak because they don't look like the Cherokee purples. And so far so good. They're doing pretty good. I wish it was trellising over the top. And next year, I'm gonna do some pole beans. That's what I should have done. I should have just done the pole beans, and I think it would have been all the way to the top and looking so stinking beautiful. So probably next year for sure, pole beans. But for the fall, I gotta think about what I'm gonna plant for the fall. Maybe some shelling peas. That would be exciting. And I think those would grow up really, really well. I think I tried it one time and I don't know. We'll find out. I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna get something to trellis over this eventually. Eventually, one of these days. Oh, I love these crepe myrtles, so pretty. Okay, so over here I have some, what are these? Potatoes. We have some potatoes and one volunteer bean plant. Look at that, right over there. Do you see that? One volunteer bean plant, doing so good. So the potatoes are doing fantastic. These are some golden potatoes. I do have some scattered garlic in here that I planted like early in the summer. I wasn't sure if they're gonna do good or not, and they didn't. They struggled in the heat. So, but they're still in there, and maybe they're gonna come up. Maybe they're gonna come up in the fall. Who knows? That would be awesome if they did. So here, you guys, our little sad raspberry. Do you see that in the background? Do you see that? The little gingerbread house? There's a story behind that, and I'll get to that when we get there. But the puppies are going nuts right now, making all this dust. All right, so here's the raspberry bush. You know, guys, this is the second time it's looked like this. I don't think it likes the heat at all. I don't think it likes it at all. Because the last time it looked like this, I cut it back. I cut it down to nothing. Like there's some new growth right here in the bottom. And it grew back beautifully. So I might just do that again. And I feel like maybe I need to put some shade cloth over the top of these raspberries. That's probably what they need, is a little bit of shade cloth. Now I'm gonna have to go and figure out how to make some shade cloth. I think I can figure it out. I mean, got that other one. Not the prettiest one, but it's doing its job. All right, let me show you how this squash is doing, or the zucchini. The zucchini is coming in. It's coming in nicely now. Now, oh my goodness, these puppies are getting all crazy over there. All right, so let me show you how the zucchini is doing. So here is the zucchini, looking fantastic. I have pulled out a couple massive zucchini plants from here. Now there's a couple leaves that are not looking too good, like this one. I should just cut that out, and I will probably after this vlog. I did pull out a bunch of zucchini just the other day, and so I don't see anything in here. I thought I saw one, but yeah, so this is how the zucchini plant is doing. Fantastic, doing great, looking good, looking nice and green, and so far so good. So yeah, so I haven't really got a lot of zucchini from this, not like last year. I feel like last year I had a ton of zucchini. Now I am getting zucchini, but just not in a mass amount like I did before. And I don't know if it's because of the heat or what it is, but I feel like last year was hot as well. We had some heat waves and it was 100 degrees, and I don't know. And I pulled out so many. So the season's not over yet. We still have time. I feel like we still might get some, and I'm excited. I can't wait. So that is how the zucchini plant is doing. I have been making some minestrone soup. I think I put a little clip. I'll put a little clip in this video in the very beginning. But yeah, I've been making some minestrone soup, spaghetti sauce, all kinds of things. I just put all my vegetables in a crock pot for the spaghetti sauce: tomatoes, zucchini, eggplant, what else? Basil, some oregano, onion, garlic, and then I put it in a crock pot. I slow cook it for overnight, and then I take all the vegetables out with a strainer. I put it in another pot, and I use my immersion blender, and I just blend it all up, and that's my spaghetti sauce. And then I freeze it. This year I froze a lot of it because the house has been so hot because the AC is not working, and so I don't want to make the house any hotter. So that's what I've been doing. And I've just been putting the crock pots outside in our patio room. So this is how the San Marzanos are doing. Great. Great. They're doing really good. I have cut off the suckers. Now, when it gets to the very top, I just didn't keep up with it and I stopped cutting the suckers off. So it has gotten pretty wild and tall. I do need to, like this one, I just noticed, it's all crazy. I do need to tie some of them up, like this little guy right here. But that is how it's doing. Let me give you a really good look. All these tomatoes, we've been harvesting tomatoes. Oh, I just harvested a whole big basket of tomatoes. Look at that. So exciting. Look at that, you guys. Just amazing. And then underneath, we have some basil. Now, oh, look at, there's a zucchini right there. Look at, oh, 2 of them. So fun. So right here we have some basil, right here in the very bottom. Now, in the past, when I've grown basil, it has looked really green and beautiful. And right now, it's not looking too hot. It's not looking as green. So I might have to fertilize that. It might be low in nitrogen. Do you see that? It's not yellow, but it's not super bright green. But that is how this garden bed is doing with the zucchini, the San Marzanos, some basil. Fantastic. Everything's doing so good. Now, let me show you how the eggplant is doing. Look at this. This is the eggplant. The eggplant is doing so good. Now, I've only harvested maybe two eggplant, and I hope I get more. I hope I get more. Now, I see some flowers, but I don't know. I'm sure it's still early. Last year we had one eggplant, and it was just nonstop, and I was pulling eggplant off of that plant for all the way through October, I believe. So we're only in August, so it's still early, I feel. It's still early because we're still having 100-degree weather. That's what I feel like. I was like, oh, it's still summer. Even though the nights have been cooler and I know fall's in the air, it's coming. Now, you guys, yesterday when I went in, I didn't have that many blushing tomatoes at all. And now I have so many. Now these are the beefsteak tomatoes that have taken a beating. Look at that. They're all curled up. The leaves are all curled up. They do not like the heat. And ever since I put this shade cloth up over the top of it, this ugly shade cloth, look at this. But it's doing the job. You guys, it is not pretty. And when I look at it from a distance, when I'm walking into the garden, it does not like scream at me beauty or anything like that. It's just not. Yeah, but it's functional, and that's all that matters, as long as it's functional. I have the drip going on in this garden, so I gotta make sure I turn it off as I introduce the beds. So that is how this garden bed is doing with the shade cloth, and I feel like eventually I'm gonna be taking it off soon, because, well, maybe not anytime soon, because we still have some 100-degree weather. Okay, so over here in this garden bed, this is where I thought I put the bush beans. I put the same beans that I used in that other garden bed in this garden bed. And now that I know, they're trellising. They're the pole beans. So I bought some more of those masonry ladders, and I'm going to put them in this garden bed, and then I'm going to just trellis it. So I'm going to take this off, these little PVC pipes, and I'm just going to put the metal trellising, the mason ladders, and then have these trellis over the mason ladders. So that is my goal for this garden bed. And I am going to plant some garlic in this garden bed, because that was so much fun and so easy. Growing garlic is so easy. So yeah, I'm probably going to do some garlic, maybe, and some carrots. I'll do some garlic in the middle and then some carrots on the outside. Yeah, so that's what I'm probably going to do. But, oh, not too soon, though. I'm not going to do that too soon, because I totally forgot that I planted some squash. And there is some squash growing. My goodness, these puppies, do you hear them? They're just going wild. All right. Get out all that energy. We have so much energy. Okay, so over here we have some more zucchini. So I did plant these the same time I planted those beans. And they're pretty tiny. So I don't know if I'm going to be getting any zucchini for this season, but I hope I do. All right, so over here in this garden bed, here are nothing. There's nothing, just weeds. I have one little dill right at the very end over there. Do you see that? Right here. Here's my dill. Now this is not the only one. It's just super wild, and then a ton of weeds. Just nonstop weeds. Okay, so let me share with you how these tomatoes are doing. These are the cherry babies. Look at that. They have not disappointed. I have received so many little cherry babies from this cherry tomato plant, and it's so delicious. The skins are a little bit tough, not tough, firm. They're nice and firm. Oh, so juicy. So it just has a good texture and a good flavor. It's sweet, but yet meaty. So delicious. And so I'm so happy. You know, every variety of tomato that I have grown in the garden, which, yeah, I've grown quite a few different varieties. I haven't grown the same thing over again, except for the San Marzanos and the Cherokee Purples. And I think it's Sun Gold. But this year I didn't grow any Sun Golds. I just had one volunteer. And every year I think I'm going to grow them again. But then every year I see a different variety that I want to try out. So far this is a pretty good one. I liked all of the cherry tomatoes that I've grown in the past. But I think next year I might do some variety. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to order some seeds now for my spring garden, just to be on top of it so I don't have to feel like I'm rushing. But this is how this garden bed is doing. All these little cherry tomatoes are doing fantastic. There's so many on here. I have been picking them like almost every day. Yesterday I did not pick any. And as you can see what happens when I miss a day. Look at that. So amazing. And then let me show you this. Do you see that? Right here? This is all basil. But this basil smells like it has a bit of a lemony scent to it. And it's just growing so well. It has gone to seed though. You just see that it's starting to flower. So I just been pinching them off. So when it starts to try to flower, I just kind of pinch the tips off. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's looking so good. My goodness, look at these cherry tomatoes. So delicious. Okay, over on this side, we have some, oopsie daisy, bell peppers. Look at this. This we planted from seed right here. These ones right in here. We have our Thai chili. Look at that. You guys, so many Thai chili. So you can just preserve these. What I do is I just take them and I just dry them up and I leave them, I put them in a jar. You could stir fry with them. You could make like chili sauce with them. So many different things. And then we have another bell pepper right here. We have some bell peppers in the back. Oh my goodness. I've been waiting to pick these bell peppers right here. Let me see if I can get back here. I hope there's no bugs. Look at those. Oh my gosh. Little bell pepper heaven. Look at that, you guys. Oh my goodness, so many. In here, look at this. These are gonna turn yellow, so I've been leaving them on here because I wanna see what they look like. And then here's the Fresno, right here. This one I believe is this Big Bertha? This is the Big Bertha, right here. Look at these beauties. So these I bought from the nursery. Amazing, so amazing. And then in the very back, we have some Red Rocket right down there. Those chilies are so good. They're not too spicy. They're perfect. They're a perfect spice. But I have not tried these. These are the Fresno peppers, chili peppers. I have not tried them. I hope they're not too spicy, but I'm gonna try them. I'm gonna try them. I might roast them. But that is how the peppers are doing so well. Now let me share with you how the other side is doing. And okay, so over here we have our Cherokee Purples. Do you see Mira? Oh my God, no, Mira. Do you see her? No, girl. She's trying to climb in here. Do you see her? Look at that. She can just step right over. She can just walk right over it. So here we have our Cherokee Purples. I have been picking Cherokee Purples. This is, I believe these were the first big beefsteak tomatoes that I've been picking. I haven't picked any from the other beefsteak tomatoes, but these Cherokee Purples, oh my gosh. The inside is so red. It's so beautiful. I just used a whole bunch of them for some for spaghetti sauce. And I wish they were producing more, but it's not, they're not. There's a bunch of blossoms. I don't know if let me see. They might be producing some more. I see a bunch of blossoms and I don't know. We'll see. Like these ones. Oh yeah, we have some little tomatoes growing. It's kind of, it just feels so slow going, but it could be. I blame everything on the heat. The only thing that the heat is not killing is the weeds. That's the only thing. I wish it would just kill the weeds. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this dinner plate dahlia. I don't know if the camera is even going to give it any justice. But do you see this beautiful? Look at that, you guys. Look at this. How beautiful. It's so breathtaking. The color is just so beautiful. There's no words to describe it. It's just beautiful, like magenta. It's like a magenta color with a little bit of dark purple in there. Look at that. It's so pretty. We have a couple more little buds in here, so I can't wait to see if it's all the same color or if it's going to look different or what. All right, so then we have our little pumpkin patch or melon patch, because it's not really pumpkins. I think it's more zucchini. But look, you guys. Do you see that? Right there, our first melon. Let me turn off this strip. Our first melon, and then we have a zucchini right over there. Right there, little zucchini guy. But look at that, and there's a bunch of them. So it's just trellising over the side of here. So many little melons on there. All right, so that is how the big garden is doing. So fantastic. So many things are growing. I did put a tarp down here in the middle. Right in here, this little black tarp. Right in there, because I'm trying to suppress the weeds. I'm trying to get it so there's no weeds growing in here. And then, just kind of rearrange some plants and stuff like that. Oh, I didn't show you the dill. Oh, and the Myers lemon. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this dill. Isn't that so pretty? So we have some parsley on the side. We have some cilantro in here. We have some chamomile right here, which I have been plucking off all the little flowers and drying them for tea. And oh my goodness, it is so potent. The smell of the chamomile is so potent. Look at this. We have some cilantro that's going to seed. Pull some of that off. So that is how the cilantro is doing. You can still use it, even though it goes to seed. You can still use it. It might not taste as sweet, but that's all right. So that is how the cilantro is doing. The chamomile, the dill. So awesome. So awesome. But yeah, I'm hoping that our AC is going to get fixed by next week. They said they're going to come out on Tuesday. So we had to bear this heat for a little bit longer. But that's okay. That's okay. Makes you feel alive. When the sweat and the salt stings your eyes. Not my favorite part of the day, but it's all right. All right, so you guys, we have been doing so much work around the farm, and I haven't been filming it. I've been filming like little clips here and there, and just because that's just what I can do when we're in the midst of working. So here we have the gingerbread house. It's so stinking cute. Oh my goodness. So look how cute that is. Let me situate you real fast. So, okay. Do you see how tiny it is? It's really not that tiny. It's about 7 feet deep. And I think John said 10 feet across, I think. So I have to double check. So when he put this pad down, as you can see, he put this gravel pad and he leveled it, and we thought it was like a little bit smaller than what it actually was. And he'll know the exact measurements. I'm not too sure of the measurements. So he put the pad down, assuming that it was a certain measurement. And it was going to have like at least a foot on each side where, it wouldn't just hang over. So he compacted it. He, you know, did all his work over here to get the cottage in place. And then when they started building it, he was going to surprise me. And I came out here and it was already built. Like, it was like so fast. I don't know if it was, yeah. I just came out here. I've been watching him put the padding down. Oh my goodness. Putting the padding down. I'm not giving her any attention. That's why she's acting all wild. And I took a couple videos of that. And then next thing you know, the cottage is up. So it is tiny. It's not tiny. I'm not going to say that. It's not tiny. I'm not being greedy or but it's literally double the size. So if we were to put it all together, it would be double the size. It would be like 14 by 16, I think he said. Something like that. Is big. So we do have a couple panels still left right in here, you know, that we could possibly use for other things. But isn't this so cute? So today, this is why I'm dressed the way I am today in my junky clothes, is I am going to be painting on this little cottage shed. I'm going to be painting it. I'm going to get it all prepped up. I'm going to sand the little windows right in here because the wood, let me show you. The wood is like a little textured, a little rough. So I'm going to sand it. I don't know, I kind of like it like that. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm just going to fix it up. I'm going to paint the inside white. Oh my God, it's so cute. It's small, but it's cute. It's cute small. So I'm going to paint the walls all white. I'm going to put shelves all the way here to really utilize all the space. I'm going to put shelves up top. You see it has a pitch roof. So I'm going to put all these shelves up on the top here. And then one big shelf that goes all the way across for me to pot up plants and for me to work in to keep all my tools. And then, yeah, I'm just going to put some hooks on the wall just to keep all my rakes and things like that. And I think that's going to look so stinky cute. I have a chandelier that I'm going to hang down from the center. But it has 4 windows. So I still need to level the floor. There's some gravel. Watch out, guys. So there's another window. And then I could probably put something right in there. I don't know. We'll see. But I really need to level out the floor a little bit more, scrape some of the gravel so the doors will close easily. And that's pretty much it. Look at that. You guys, I have my cute little cottage. So I'm trying to think about what I'm going to call it. I think I'm going to call it, I'm going to paint it exactly like the barn. So it's going to look like a little red barn. So I don't know if I'm going to call it the tiny barn or the tiny cottage. Probably the tiny cottage. I think it's going to be so stinking cute. I am so excited about it. So I have a little tin bucket. We just have that little tin bucket. I don't know what to use it for, but I think I'm going to use it to plant plants in it. And then I have another little pole. There's a little pole right here that I'm going to either drill a hole into the ground or just mount it right there on the wall. Do you see that? Has a little hook on the top because I have a little basket, a little hanging basket that I think will look so cute over there. So we do have an extra roof because this one is so much bigger. We do have an extra roof that we're going to put on top of that little toilet that we got. That one right there. So I feel like this might be a long video. Oh, let me show you what else. Okay, so in the wintertime, in the back part of the property where we have that leaning tree right over here, the Widowmaker. So over here in the wintertime, we have a winter stream that flows through here. And it's very hard for us to get back onto this other part of the property right here in the back corner because that is where we have our pomegranates. So we have been talking about, you know, building a little bridge right in here for some time now. So we finally did it. So John, he built all the forms. We put some cement in there. And so we have some little corridors where the water is going to go through. But we have some metal, I guess, I don't know what you call it, like a driveway. Oh my gosh, she's so dirty. This is Mira. Mira, Great Pyrenees. Look how dirty she is. She's so dirty. Hi, girl. Can you say hello? She's so sweet, but she's so dirty right now. So, yeah, so we're going to put these little ramps over the top of it. And put some, I don't know, we're going to put some railings, some wood railings or something like that. And I cannot even wait. So we're going to be able to drive back here. we plan on putting like some little cottages or something back here where if someone wants to come spend the night and have like a farm experience, you know, friends, family, whatever, they can come out here. What are you doing, girl? She just wants some loving. So I'm so excited about this because back here, you just can't walk. You can't. The water is flowing back here like it's a winter stream. And that's going to be so exciting to be able just to have a little bridge right here, especially for when we have that wedding. Oh my goodness. It's going to be so cute. So cute. I cannot even wait to show you the progress of this bridge. Look at her. She's so sweet, you guys. I mean, but let me tell you, she's very intimidating. She charges at everything. She's not afraid of anything, this Great Pyrenees. And I think that's what they're known for. They're just not afraid of anything, huh? You're just not afraid of anything. Oh my goodness. I know if I get close enough, she's gonna lick my face, and we don't know where her mouth has been. All right, so that is what is happening right here. So now oh my goodness. And this, another thing, these Great Pyrenees are so stubborn. They're very smart, extremely smart, but stubborn. So you have to continue to teach them over and over again. But once they learn the trick, they got the trick down. And once she knows that she has to sit in order to come out of her kennel, she'll sit. No problem. And she is food driven. Those Great Pyrenees are food driven. So the chickens are doing so well. Hey ladies. So they're doing good. So I have one chicken that has a dirty butt. A dirty bottom over there. She has a bunch of poop. I need to catch her at night and soak her for a little bit. Because sometimes it happens. The poop gets all clogged up into their little feathers. And then you can't leave them walking around like that because it might get caked on and she's not going to be able to poop. So I'm going to have to catch her. Probably tonight. So what you do is you just catch her, you soak her, and then the poop just falls off. It's disgusting. It's really gross. All right, so let me show you how the little garden is doing. So fantastic. John's so busy changing oils right now. We have another guy, another John coming out here to help us out. But let me show you how this little garden is doing. Okay, so over here, so I did have some alyssum right in here in this area, and I have since taken it all out because I want to redo it and fix it up. And I do want to fix up this area because now you can't even see the brick. Do you see that? It's just become one big muddy spot because it's all sunken down. So I need to redo this. But look at these flowers. Look at this. Is that just the most unique looking flower you've ever seen before? Look at that. And it's like a magenta. And these zinnias, oh my goodness. So this is like a deep salmon color. So pretty. Oh, this has to be by far my favorite right in here.
I never knew about that.
Look at that. And it's so pretty with the little bees in it. So pretty. Do you hear all that noise in the background? So those are the zinnias. They're doing so good. These are all, some of them self-seeded. Some of them I planted from seed. Look, it's getting brighter now, I can tell. The sun is shining. These are so pretty. These are all level pastel. This one is really cute. These are like called a peppermint. And it has little polka dots, like little, let's see, that one doesn't. Oh, this one does, right here. This one, if you can see, it has some little red spots on it. So cute. So that is how the little flower patch is doing. I have been harvesting flowers from this little patch, and it's doing so stinking good. It's so cute. I love it. I put them in little mason jars. It's so cute. Okay, so I think that is pretty much, oh my goodness, I totally forgot to show you the Myers lemon. But that is pretty much everything that is happening on the farm. A lot of work, a lot of busy stuff. There's John changing some oil. So that is pretty much what's happening. Let me give you a quick peek at how these Myers lemons are doing. So good. Oh my goodness, so good. And then we're doing some photo booths in the very front. I don't know if you saw that. We're just busy. Busy. So we have some photo booths that are volunteering. We're volunteering at a fair, and we're going to put up a strawberry photo booth to advertise for Berry Fest. So that's exciting. Look at this, you guys. The Myers lemon. So cute. It's doing so stinking well. So I'm so excited how these Myers lemons are doing. They're doing so good. That's so exciting. All right, so I cannot wait. I'm gonna start painting on this cottage and get that started. Oh, I wanted to show you those little photo booths. I'll just take a quick little glimpse of it. I think I'll put a little video, a little photo of me working on them and stuff. But yeah, I've been painting, nonstop painting, doing those photo booths because I believe we're going to be transporting them on Monday, the 14th, for fair. So that is so exciting. I cannot wait to, yeah, post some more videos on here. I want to keep up on it, but we're just so busy. We're just so busy with work. It's just nonstop. You know, every day there's something. And I keep telling John, like, I think I'm just going to take the camera with me every day for a whole week, once a day, and just show what we've been doing because there's just so much change and it happens so rapidly. But that is what we're dealing with today. We're going to be working on that cottage. I cannot wait to share with you how it's going to turn out and how cute it's going to look. All right, so thank you for hanging out with me. I will, yeah, keep you posted as to how everything else is doing. So take care, be safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.